So I got all these boxes right here from my unpack job that I did. These are all just trash. I gotta load up tomorrow, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this cleaned out, make some space, that way we can put all the furniture and the new boxes in here. So basically I'm just gonna take all of these and put them on a dolly, roll them over there to the compactor, and just get them out of my way. All right, so I finally got all that cardboard taken care of. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put some of those new supplies. I got some new bands. Go ahead and put that in my trailer. I'm trying to start using a lot more bands, guys, because I'm trying to save money on tape. Tape gets pretty expensive. It's about 40-50 bucks a case. It's about 36 rolls, so that definitely adds up. And obviously in some cases you're gonna want to use tape regardless. But when you can use bands, definitely recommend doing so you can save money. And not only do you save money, but it's actually so much easier to clean up because, for example, excuse the mess back there, been pretty busy, but for example, whenever you have the tape stuck on the pads, you got to pull it all off, and that's super time consuming whenever you're at the end and you're trying to fold everything up. So nobody really wants to do that. With the bands, all you gotta do is just pop them off real quick, so definitely make life easier. I also got some stretch wrap or some plastic wrap over here. Just got 4 rolls. This stuff's essential. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of a few more things and then get some rest tonight. I do have 20,000 pounds loading up tomorrow. I'm gonna have 5 guys with me, and as soon as I get done with the inventory, I'm gonna jump in on it too, so we'll have 6 total. And with that being said, should go pretty smooth. We'll get it knocked out and I'll be on to the next one. All right guys, so we're about to load up 20,000 pounds right now. We got an empty trailer, so we're gonna see where we land with the rest of this load once we get it loaded up, see how many cube it is. And after this one, I still got 10,000 more pounds to pick up, so gotta make sure to load it nice and tight. Like I said, excuse the trash, didn't have as much time as I wanted to clean it all up, but we're gonna get it taken care of regardless. So let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. So here I'm just doing the inventory, so I pretty much have to put a sticker with a color and a number on every single piece that goes, all the furniture, including all the boxes as well. And then I just go over to an inventory sheet, a piece of paper, and I write down what that item is, if it has any damages, and if it's a box, then I would just write down what the box has inside of it, if it's packed by the company of course, and if it's packed by our owner, then I just write that as well. So essentially just taking notes for every single item that goes in the house. So I'd say we're about halfway done with the job right now. Show you guys where we're at in the truck. Got my Virginia crew out here doing a super great job. So this is where we stand with the load right now. Still got plenty of space. And then we'll have some 10,000 more pounds of furniture to go on tomorrow as well. Bro, thank you, man. Hey, que tenga una buena noche, bro. Thanks a lot, brother. Gonna crash over here for the night. Got my load up here in the morning and I'm gonna get some rest. Only got 10,000 pounds to load up tomorrow, so it's not gonna be too bad. And I mean, it's coming out of warehouse, so that's always much easier than the house. It's nice to see that we have some tailgate action over there. It's summertime, we're all out here trying to fit as much as we can in our trucks. But anyways, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get that loaded up in the morning, and then I'm good to start making my way over towards Tennessee. Hey guys, good morning, good morning. Right now we're about to go get our weight over there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and back up to one of the docks over there so we can load up that 10,000 pounds. And I actually am having a little bit of issues with the truck. I gotta get it checked out before I head out on my trip, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop the trailer at the dock. We'll get that loaded up at the same time while I'm going to take this bobtailed over to the mechanic shop and we'll get it looked at. Hopefully it's nothing major. I think maybe it's just a sensor, but we'll get it checked out for sure. That way I can make sure that I get over to the next destination safely, and hopefully we won't encounter any problems. But I'm gonna go knock that out and we'll jump right into it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the tractor from the trailer. That way we can bring it over to the shop. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and go over to the mechanic shop right now. It's about 15 minutes away, so not too bad. And try to get back as soon as I can. That way I can meet up with the labor and start helping them load up everything into the trailer. Still need to check off everything, make sure it's all there since I'm picking it up from the warehouse. Make sure nothing's missing and check for any new damages. Maybe there can be damages added to the furniture or the boxes whenever it's transferred from the first customer's house and then to the storage. My goal is to make sure that there's no additional damages added to any of the furniture or the boxes from the time that it's loaded from the house onto the truck and then put into the warehouse. So that's the whole purpose of doing that check off sheet, and we're gonna make sure it's all taken care of. All right, so I'm about to pull up. Just got a couple minutes left. We finally made it, guys. Let's go ahead and get this checked in so I can get on my way. We'll just pop over here because supposedly they're supposed to take the truck ASAP, so we'll see about that. Gotta pull up to the bay over here. I'll take a look here in a minute. I'm about to catch a ride back over to the agency so I can get started on that load up, and we'll see how it goes from there. Hopefully everything's okay though, should be fine. We got the remainder of that space pretty much. We got a few things that we're tightening up the edges right now. So we're gonna end up over here about 26 cube, and it ended up being about 15,000 pounds. So it wasn't the full 20,000 pounds, but we're gonna get this 10,000 in here, we'll be good to go. All right guys, so we're still in the process of loading up right now. I'm about to take this box truck over to the mechanic shop so I can have a ride over there. I'm gonna drop it off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my truck. Apparently it's good to go, and when I get back we're gonna finish up, tie up the loose ends with the load up job that we're in the middle of, and I'll be able to start heading out shortly. I'm gonna see how much time I have left on my hours for the logs, and depending on that I'll either head out, do part of the trip tonight, or I may have to do all the driving tomorrow. So we're just gonna knock out as much as we can and see where we're at from there. So I'm about to pull up, a couple minutes. I'm already starving by now. I'm gonna get my truck and I'm gonna have to see about picking up some food. So we still got a little ways to go to finish up the rest of the job that we're doing right now too. So. I'm not seeing my truck. There it is, it's all the way in the back. I'm gonna go talk to them for a minute, and I'm gonna get this truck checked in real quick. Then I'll be good to head out. So I got the key back. Now we're able to go back over there and finish loading up. And like I said, maybe try to grab a bite to eat, but we'll see what's around. I'm connected back to my trailer again, and we're just finishing up the load up. It's not too much left. We're gonna go ahead and knock that out so we can either get on our way or maybe rest here for the night again. We'll just see what kind of time that we have left. All right, so I just picked up some food. Got some chicken and tacos. And we still got a few more pieces out here, but we're about to wrap it up. We got a little bit more room in the trailer. We'll be able to fit everything, no problem, and maybe even have a tiny bit of room left over. But that's the update. We're almost done, and I'm probably just gonna stay the night here because honestly I might not have too much time left over, so we'll see how it is. So we're wrapping it up to the last few items. The guys did a beautiful job. Everything's loaded in there easily, and we still have a little bit more space left, to be honest, but we're gonna go with what we got and then get over to Tennessee, and I'll do my unloads over there. Hey, good morning everybody. So right now I'm driving over to Tennessee, and we still have about 9 hours and 15 minutes to go. So essentially a full day's worth of driving, and starting off with a nice little rainy morning, but we're gonna get it knocked out, and I'm gonna get as close as I can over to the customer's house find a decent truck stop to go to, and we'll spend the night there. That way I can get up first thing in the morning, get there at a decent time, start early, and hopefully get it knocked out so I can get on to the next location. I'm gonna be going to Winchester, Tennessee, and then after that we're gonna be going to Franklin, Tennessee. So I am gonna make sure to drive very cautiously this trip. I always drive cautious, not saying that I don't, but especially when it comes to the bumps in the road and the bumps in the bridges and whatnot, just because I feel like I'm hauling eggshells this trip. All that furniture back there is pretty much antique furniture, and it's very fragile. A lot of it we couldn't take apart because of how old it was. It just had the design where it didn't have a lot of hardware to access. A lot of it was like glued and plastered together. So with that being said, we had to put it in there as whole pieces, and for that reason I just gotta take it easy on the bumps and make sure not to be slamming the trailer around back there. So my goal is to get everything there in one piece, no damages, nothing broken, because that furniture means a lot to them. They've had it for years and years, and some of it's been passed down from other generations, so I have a lot of incentive to do a good job and a lot of pressure. But aside from that, I also wanted to mention that we're about 65,000 pounds in gross weight. I did have someone asking me in the comments, they were curious how much weight do I usually haul, so I just wanted to throw that out there. We really don't go, well, so us as movers, we're really not touching too much over 70,000 to 75,000. There's occasionally times where it will be a little bit more, but in most cases it's not. It really just depends on the shipment. It also depends on what kind of furniture you have. If it's IKEA, if you have a lot of dense furniture, maybe there's more safes in your shipment, or your customers have more pianos. There's various different things, but it also really depends on how tight your loaders pack it. So those are all the things it boils down to. But me personally, I don't really go too much over 72,000 to 75,000 pounds. So, but with all that being said, I'm gonna enjoy the ride, and I'll be checking in with you guys periodically to show you how the drive is. So I actually enjoy driving in the rain. As long as there's not a lot of traffic, it's pretty soothing. But it does suck whenever there's a lot of cars or a lot of traffic around, just because people start driving crazier. Some people, I think they overreact, and then you also have a lot more accidents whenever it's raining. So, but other than that, it's actually pretty relaxing, and I actually like it. So I'm actually really impressed with how much the channel has grown since I've had it. I've had it for about 5 to 6 months now, so it's been a pretty short amount of time, and I'm just very surprised with how much growth it's actually had. I got a few videos that did really well. I'm really looking forward to keep putting out more and seeing that number grow. I already have about 700 subscribers right now, and I'm getting very close to being able to get monetized. My goal is to get monetized by the winter time. So I really appreciate you guys for helping me out with that. It definitely helps me a lot whenever you guys leave likes and whenever you guys leave comments as well. And it's interesting too. I like hearing from you guys as well, and knowing about what kind of experiences you've had, or maybe the experiences that you're going through right now. It's definitely interesting, and I'd like to hear more about it. So feel free to leave some comments down below. Talk to me about what kind of jobs you've had in the past, what you like about trucking, what you dislike about trucking, and so forth. Almost 6 hours later and we're still chipping away at it, guys. We still got about 4 hours to go, maybe 3 hours. I might stop early, go to the truck stop, and then we'll finish out the rest in the morning. It's pretty much been raining all day, on and off like this, which I don't mind it. Like I said, it's been pretty peaceful weather, but that's the status update. I am ready to get there though. I'm a little over driving right now, but I've just been listening to music, trying to pass the time, so that's all we can really do for right now. Well, this sucks, guys. We've been sitting at a dead stop for about 20 minutes at least. And the worst part about it is, I'm only like 9 minutes away from the truck stop I was gonna stay at tonight. I don't know why the traffic is this bad, but I don't even know if we're gonna be moving anytime soon. It's been so bad that there's actually been people doing U-turns up there to get out of this traffic. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, it's pretty far away, but there's someone crossing the grass up there. That's probably about the 8th or 9th car that's done that so far since we've been sitting here. What can you do? I see there's some kind of advisory up there as well. I just can't read from this far away. And I wish I had a CB radio in this truck, but unfortunately I don't. And I need to get one soon. I've definitely been meaning to. But maybe if I had a CB radio, I'd be able to communicate with the other truckers and see what's going on. I mean, it's not like it's really gonna do me any good because I'm still gonna be sitting here for the same amount of time, but you know how curiosity is. It'd be nice to know. We finally started moving out of that traffic jam, and now we can see what's actually going on. It's actually looking pretty severe. Sad, guys. It's really sad, and prayers out to this person and their family. Just goes to show you guys, it's a very dangerous job. You gotta be alert with good senses at all times. You see a lot of crazy things out here on the road whenever you do the long distance driving. I know that's for sure. It's sad though, guys. Like I said, you just gotta be very alert at all times. And you just have to think defensively as much as you can. And on another note, that's the exit right there that I'm supposed to be taking from my truck stop. And obviously I can't take it now, so I'm gonna have to figure out something else real quick. It's crazy how you can be so close to getting something accomplished and things can change in the flash of an eye. But that's truck driving for you. It's full of surprises and you constantly gotta improvise. There's always gonna be problems thrown at you, and you need to be good at finding solutions and alternate routes. All right, so now we got our next problem. We're here at the truck stop. It's really tiny and all the spots are taken up right now. Trying to figure out what to do. I can't even go to the other side because all the pumps are blocked off and this is the only way through. And then there's a couple trash cans over there. Honestly, I would like to get out and go move them just so I can drive through it, but I already figured this was gonna happen because we were so delayed with that traffic back there. And especially the fact that I wasn't able to go to the truck stop that I originally picked out. So now we're gonna have to figure something out. It's already 9 and I need to be going to sleep soon. I need to take a shower, go to sleep, and get up pretty early so I can finish out the drive, which I only got like another hour, so that's not too bad. But I want to get started nice and early so we can get that job and unload knocked out fast. All right, so I got over to this other truck stop, about to shut it down, and I'm gonna go take a shower. Barely any truck parking around here. Everybody's piling up on the sides, all up and down the entrance. That's just how it is sometimes. I'll run in here and grab a shower real quick. I'm exhausted and I feel all sweaty and clammy right now, so I'm gonna go take care of that real fast. Literally feel 10 times better now. I'm nice and fresh. And it was actually really cool. The lady hooked me up with the free shower. That was nice of her. It's usually like $18, $15 some places. So I also picked up 3 of these cones. They were on sale and I needed to get some. You're actually required by law to have these by DOT. If you ever break down or you have to pull over on the shoulder, you got 10 minutes to set these up. If not, you can actually get in trouble for that. But anyways, so I had some cones, but long story short, I was doing a job and I had my cones set out and a car actually ran over them and crushed one of the cones that I had. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about in my tool cabinet. So I had these kind, so you just spin them out and you unfold them. But I figured I'd give these a try because they're collapsible. So my idea that maybe if someone runs over this again in the future, it'll just collapse instead of break. So hopefully that's the case, but we'll see. Either way, I gotta have 3 of these and one of mine's broken, so. But I'm gonna go ahead and get some rest. I need to knock out ASAP, super tired, and I got a big day tomorrow. So with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the morning. Hey, good morning guys. We're back on the way to the customer's house. We only got 48 minutes left, so we'll be there shortly. I'm gonna get this knocked out and I'll be able to enjoy part of my weekend off. Be nice. We got some fog action up here on the mountains. Looking pretty cool this morning. Right now we are just steadily climbing through these mountains. This is really beautiful though. I've just always low-key had a fear of a rock falling off the top of that. It happens from time to time. About to pass this steep downgrade at 3 miles. All right guys, so we got situated over here by the customer's place. As you can see, these roads are really tight and I try to wedge it into the driveway a little bit the best that we could, but we're as close as we need to be honest. So and just like that guys, we're coming up on the last few pieces, trying to get all this equipment rounded up, making some balls with the pads real fast. We can get ready for the next load up, and we just got a few more items in the truck. Trying to hurry up so we can beat the rain. All right guys, we're heading out of this neighborhood now. Got everything taken care of. Taking it very slow. As you can see, this is a very narrow road. I'm just glad that this turn opens up down here, so it makes it possible to get in and out. Got some trees brushing right there. Make sure there's no cars coming. All right, we're good. I went to a Mexican spot, of course, like always. We got some really good food there, and I brought it back, and I was just gonna eat in my truck, but he was like, hey, it's all good, man, you can come inside, you can eat, chill out in the AC. And that was just like super nice of them. They were really down to earth people, and I definitely appreciate that. We were all just talking for a little while, and you know, that's what I like about this job a lot, because it gives you a chance to connect with different people. You get to meet new people, and like I said, from that experience, I was just connecting with everybody. We were sharing stories. It was all good vibes. And to top it off, they said they were going to give me a great review, and as well as they actually left and they also left me a really big tip. Like, honestly, I was so appreciative of that, and if they end up watching this video, thanks a lot, guys, for that tip. That's one of the pros and the perks about this job is, you know, when you work really hard and you do a good job, a lot of times the customers will show appreciation for it, and you can get tips. Sometimes they'll get you food, they'll get you water, drinks, and I just think that's awesome, guys. The customer also said a little prayer to me before I left, and you just can't beat things like that, guys. Like, that's what I'm talking about. It's really nice being able to share those experiences or those stories and being able to connect with different people. You meet a lot of good people out here, so that is one of the things that I really enjoy about this job. One of the sons mentioned to me that he was in the military for about 4 years, and he was actually telling me about how they would travel, and you know, he would be stationed overseas. He stayed in Japan for a little while, and he was actually making it sound really intriguing to the point to where I would honestly like to travel over there at some point. You know, whenever I have the time, save up a little bit to go there. I feel like that would be a really awesome experience. We'll see if that happens in my lifetime or not. I guess that guy, he couldn't wait, he just had to get around. But yeah, anyways, he made it sound really cool and definitely worth checking out, so I'll have to look further into that. And you guys let me know if you've ever been to Japan. Tell me about it in the comments. Tell me your experience, whether it's worth going or not, or things that you liked about it, things that you disliked about it. I would like to hear about your guys' experiences as well. Wish that was me right now out there on the boat. Looks like they're having a good time. Yeah, some nice weather for the boat riding too. Telling you guys, sometimes I just listen to the truck GPS and it feels like I shouldn't even be on a road like this, but I guess it's fine. Nah, most of the time it's fine. It's just I've definitely had the GPS lead me wrong, and this is supposed to be specifically for truck drivers, but I've actually had to get my phone to get me out of the situation that this GPS has put me into. So Wish I could be like some of those old heads. They literally just know where every place is and how to get there with barely even using any map directions. So I made it over here to the truck stop. I'm gonna stay over here for the night, and I'm also gonna spend tomorrow here as well, most likely. I got the day off, so we're just gonna chill out, rest up, get ready for the big job, the big unload Sunday. And then I do have a really big one that's loading up on Monday. It's like 20,000 pounds. But anyways, I'm gonna try to find some food, and I'll catch you guys in the morning. Hey, good morning guys, welcome back to another day in paradise. I'm just driving over to the next customer's house, which is the last customer. I'm gonna get them unloaded today, and I'll be headed over to the next trip. So right now we're in Franklin, Tennessee, and like I said, I'm just gonna be unloading about 15,000 pounds, but it's all antique furniture, so I'm anxious to see how it looks when we get to it. I have really good guys on the other end loaded up, so I'm confident that everything's good and it's in one piece. Try to drive extra careful on the way over here and dodge the dips in the bridges and dodge the holes in the road. So hopefully all went well with that. The only thing that sucks is it does look like it might rain, but hopefully it holds off for a little while so that we can do the job without it raining. But I doubt it. We'll see though. We're definitely going to be working for a while because, like I said, it's 15,000. I did hire 4 guys, so hopefully we can get it done a little bit faster. But honestly, we'll see. I want to get done as soon as I can. That way I can be prepped for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're loading 20,000 pounds, so that's going to be a big day itself. So we're about to pull up, guys. About to see how our lineup's looking for the parking in front of the house. I was checking on the satellite images. It doesn't look too bad, so sometimes those can be deceiving, sometimes they're pretty accurate. Go ahead and let these cars go first because I'm gonna need that room. It'd be pretty cool if people would use the turning signals, but I guess some people are above that. Taking another left. Nice, so far so good. Then we just need to loop around and go straight. This is like one of the widest roundabouts I've ever seen, especially inside of a neighborhood. But I'm definitely not complaining. I'm saying that out of gratitude. Tree branches are a little bit low, but they're all like very thin, so they're not gonna cause any harm. I seen that there's a cul-de-sac, so I should be able to just do a U-turn in that as long as there's no cars parked in it. I'm just gonna pull forward regardless, and worst case scenario, I think we'll just back out if I can't get out that way, and it should be no issue. Everybody starts staring hard at you whenever you pull into a neighborhood with an 18-wheeler. It's funny. Some people are friendly about it, but then you get a lot of shocked expressions and just like a get out of here type of look, and what are you doing here? Like, I think a lot of people just realize that, or they don't realize that this is a moving truck, and they just think I'm some random 18-wheeler lost. I've seen a lot of scared facial expressions in people who pass me in cars. It's funny. Got a rabbit over here. Doing a little bit of free hedge trimming today. You're welcome, guys. Like I said, those are just really thin and tiny branches, so no harm done. Looks like someone broke a pretty big one over here though, not gonna lie. Two cars parked next to each other gave me a little bit of a challenge to wedge through. But I am professional, so easy work. All right, guys, we arrived. I'm gonna get those back doors popped open. We're gonna get this knocked out. All right, guys, so we got down to the last little bit of it. Got it all knocked out. Everything went smooth. Just gonna shut the truck up, and we'll be good to hit the road. All right, just gonna get over to a truck stop, stay the night there, and I'll be getting started on my next trip. Gonna go ahead and switch this down. Look at that. Literally took the air out of the suspension back there, so that way that back tire will just glide across the ground. So we can make a very tight U-turn with that. And now I'm gonna go ahead and correct the air suspension. Everything looks good. Now we're good to go. All right, guys, so that wraps it up for this video. I'm gonna head to the truck stop, get some rest, and get prepared for tomorrow's job. It's gonna be a really big one. But as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Leave me a like or a comment down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.